Hi guys, welcome back to another week of Art Life. In this week's episode, we are answering your questions that you have put to us about the new range of Michael Harding Miracle Mediums. So, you may not remember. If you don't, please do go back and check the episode we made. Michael Harding have just released a solvent-free, plant-based, odorless, non-flammable range of mediums to add to your oil paints. Particularly amazing if you're working at home, you have always struggled with oils because of the smelly turpentine, chemical-based kind of solvents. So the Miracle range have really revolutionized how I've been painting over the last few months because there is no smell and it feels very natural. It has an ethos which me as a kind of eco-aware artist, I'm really excited about. But because they were brand new, you were asking me questions and I didn't know the answers. So we put it to the team and we've had our answers back. So personally, I'm finding the mediums exactly the same. Like there's no great difference to me from the linseed oil to the Miracle Medium oil paint. Oil medium, sorry. I think what's really revolutionary is the Miracle Medium itself, which is the smelly turpentine replacement. I have been cleaning my brushes with it. I have been adding to the thin layers of oil when I'm working at the beginning. This used to be a very stressful time of painting for me because of the smell. You get sometimes headaches. It fumes out yours. You know, I'm working in the garage at home and we have a baby running around. It's so lovely, despite all the wonderful things about it being non-flammable and good for the environment. It was really the odorless element for me, and I know a lot of you have also said the same, that the odor used to really stress you out and that this has just revolutionized your way of painting. So for how I've been using the paint mediums so far, I'm really excited and happy to keep working with them. So some of your questions, the first question we had, sorry, I'm just going to use my phone because the emails come through from the team. It was about the archival elements to how they're going to last, because they're a brand new medium. We don't know what's going to happen in sort of 10-20 years to our paintings if we use these with our oils, whereas we know tried and tested linseed oil, you know, they used it back in the day and it still works now. So it's very exciting to use an innovative products like this. When we asked Michael's team, basically they have a light box in the factory, and if anyone's watched the video where we did go to the factory in Wales for Michael Harding, we actually saw the machine, and it basically tests the products and accelerates the aging process up to 20 years. And all of these mediums, when added to oil, had no damaging effect at all for 20 years worth of age performance, which is amazing. So the answer was yeah, it shouldn't be aged any differently to the usual range, as they both contain stand oil. The only difference is that the Miracle Medium replaces the turpentine. So it has been tested in the light box, which performs the time acceleration. So that's amazing to know. Guaranteed 20 years at least, no kind of archival difficulties in using the Miracle Medium, which is great. Second question, a lot of our American viewers have been asking when they're coming to America. Actual quote, very, very soon, exclamation mark. So I know you've been waiting patiently. Wait a little bit longer. Those products will be with you very, very soon. I know the team are working very hard to get them over to the States. Okay, so third question, regarding the chemistry of the Miracle Medium as a turpentine substitute. It was asked if it evaporates like an odorless mineral spirit, because I was finding it behaves like a turpentine, but a few people were asking about the kind of evaporation times in comparison to turpentine. So Michael Harding's team said, for the timings, it does evaporate from the paint film, yes. This is determined by the volume added to the paint. They recommend no more than a maximum of 20% added of the Miracle Medium to the paint, to allow for the right amount of evaporation, which I think for myself, it's as much as I'd ever add anyway, because otherwise if you add too much Miracle Medium to a paint, it gets so thin, the paint kind of drips off the canvas. So as much as up to 20% is as much as you want to make it thin, easily kind of applicable to the canvas. Too much and you're just basically cleaning your brushes. So my next question was that a few artists on Art Life wanted to know more about how Michael created, developed and tested the Miracle Mediums, and is that something that we were gonna, as Art Life, make a film on. So they're gonna get back to us on this those of you who wanted to know, and we'll see if we can get some more content with Michael talking about these miracle mediums and kind of what we can look forward to in the future with the Michael Harding products. So, next question. How does the miracle medium work with the fat over lean principle? Michael Harding said, because it's a liquid and it evaporates, they categorize it as a fat. Others might debate that. So essentially, with the fat over lean method, it sort of just discusses how the chemical products of oil, when you're working thinly and then you add thicker layers over time, does the miracle medium act as quite a kind of fatty, oily addition to the paint, or is it more like the turpentine? Is it thin? Michael's genuinely just saying it does act very similarly to turpentine and oil. Use it as you would a turpentine or an oil medium. It doesn't act any differently, if that makes sense. Next question. Some of you are asking if artists can safely use these products at home in an unventilated room, particularly in winter when you can't open a window. I know that's very important, particularly working with the miracle medium instead of a turpentine can feel like a big step. So this is quite a tricky question to ask the team, but they've answered as best they can, saying that all the testing has been done in toxicology. These products have been proved as plant-based, solvent-free, odorless and non-flammable. They can guarantee that. They did say that while the product is safe, they can't be accountable for individual artists' reactions. If in an ideal situation, artists were always working in ventilated rooms, that's what they'd love, because often artists are working with toxic materials in their studio spaces anyway. So what I take from that question is proceed with caution. Like if you're working in a small space with no airflow, even though the products are odorless, other things you might be working with might give you a headache. I don't know what you're working with. So just know your own practice and know what you need to do to keep safe in your practice is what I would advise from that answer. Last question that was asked to us on ArtLife. Can you dispose of rags with the product in ordinary general waste? So the answer was, because the product is intended to be used with oil paint, the product can combust when combined with oil and left on a rag. So last question, can you dispose of the rags with the product in ordinary general waste? Now, while the miracle medium is non-flammable, the answer was that because the product is intended to be used with oil paint, the product can combust when combined with oil and left on a rag. I didn't know, but in 1999 there was a factory fire in London with Michael Harding from oil saturated rags self-combusting. So it just reminds us in our practice, it reminds me too, to dispose of any oil saturated rags safely and responsibly. It's a good reminder. So that's all the questions that you did pose to us. If there were any questions that you suddenly wanted to ask that you hadn't thought of, please do let us know in the comments below. I'm always happy to answer. I'm still exploring the Miracle Medium beeswax paste and resin oils, the quick drying Damaglaze. It's summer at the moment, so I'm finding that when I have used this, it's drying very fast. Again, it depends on the quantity that you're using. Thick layers obviously will take longer to dry, but a thin layer very fast, which has been revolutionary for me painting fast around the schedule of a baby. So good to know. But I'll keep using these oil paint mediums and the Miracle Medium and let you know if I discover anything more about it that I'm excited by. For now, I've just seamlessly swapped it out for my linseed oil and terps quite happily in my practice, and I'm very proud for that change, because any positive change for the environment that we can do as artists, I think, is really special. So please do like and subscribe. I hope this video has been helpful for those of you who are hanging, waiting for the answer for so many weeks. Thank you so much for your patience, and I look forward to next week's episode. Yeah, do like and subscribe if you've just come across this channel. Welcome to ArtLife, and if you are one of our regular watchers, it's lovely to see you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you soon. Bye guys.